Good morning. I just tried like 4 or 5 times to make a video of the 61st gene key, the city of sanctity, but it's not working out. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. So, we are just going to start with cards instead. Okay, we're going to start with the Work Your Light Oracle and see what message is supposed to be delivered today. What's the message for today? Wow, this was just on the bottom of the deck, I think. Which is part of why I flipped it around, so that it wouldn't be like an intentional pull. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And also, soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. You're already not alone. You've got helpers in the spirit realm. You've got your entire family line backing you up. And you've got a soul family here on this plane in order to call in and collaborate with. So maybe what we're talking about here has to do with you feel alone. You feel like there's no one else who understands you, no one else who thinks like you, no one else with the same visions, the same ideals, the same plans, the same desires, wants, and wishes for life and maybe this planet as a whole, but you're not alone. You're not alone. And let's pull some tarot. Oh, and someone's stuck in the box. I didn't even notice. What is it? Minta Khan. Longing for home, belonging. The original Lightworkers. Longing for home. Maybe longing for ancestors from a whole different line, right? Longing for something that you can't get back to. And so, since you're not able to get back to that place in the stars that you came from, it's about doing our best to create it here. And again, all of these ocean vibes coming out, okay? Look, we've got, let me see, we've got the ocean in this card, just in general. And in this one, there's some sea creatures up there at the top coming out. And in this one, we got a bunch of sea creatures. She's even got a mermaid tail, right? So, like, maybe you don't feel quite human. Maybe that's part of what makes you feel alone, is you don't feel quite human. Maybe you're not. What's wrong with that? Being human is pretty limiting anyways, right? But necessary and exciting in order to enhance our experience as soul beings, to feel what it's like to come down here and live this experience. Okay, let's see. Let's do some tarot, but which tarot deck? You know what? Ooh. Okay, we're gonna go with the Ancient Egyptians because it was already open. Just talking, huh? Get out of the box. Who is it? Ooh, the Star. This is literally the card that I was thinking of as I was looking at this Angel Tarot deck. The Star. Again, that spirit version of us pouring into us, that higher self coming right in, those downloads of those gifts that we came into this body with, right? You came into this body with gifts. You were born onto this earth with a gift to share, with a purpose. And that purpose is being yourself. And so connect from your higher self, right? Have your higher self pour into you, and then you take that and then you pour it into the earth. And it's got the energy of Mercury on this card. That's not really calling out to anything in particular to me. Maybe communication, right? Maybe we have to communicate and connect with those helpers in the subtle realm, right? Those keepers of the earth. Maybe we need to figure out what path it is that we need to take, right? We've got the wings of this moth or butterfly here, and then again, just some more wings coming out. Just so many little synchronistic symbols here. You're never alone. When you connect to your higher self, when you connect to the infinite, there's really no difference in you and your higher self. It's just a bunch of, again, like debris that we've allowed to build up in the way. It's like you're born your higher self, and then everything and everyone in the world like puts a bunch of stuff on you and tells you what you should or shouldn't be, and we are here to just unlearn all of that so that we can, again, be the star of our own life. Ooh. Okay, we've got the pyramids, which is a tower, and we've got judgment, which is rebirth. Oh my goodness. Once you choose to fully accept this connection to your higher self, things are gonna fall, and that is totally okay, right? That is those things falling away. Everything that we've built up, this foundation that we've created our whole life, what we've built our roots on with the red here, what we've built our roots on this whole life is going to crumble whenever we start pulling into our higher self. But that's not a bad thing. It's not even so much of a crumbling as it is like a dissolution, right? You're almost going to, it's like when you see the oneness with it, when you see how that it's happening for you and see how much of an impact that it is having on your life. I don't know, just able to like see the connections, see the light through the debris. And then with judgment, you're going to rise up again as this higher version of yourself. So it's okay for all of this other stuff to fall away, right? For these old versions of ourselves to fall. We've taken these other versions of ourselves that aren't suitable for us, right? And we have put them at the top of this pyramid. But that's not where that version of us is supposed to be. And so it's time for us to be reborn, this new version, this star version of ourselves, so that we can there's something about the pyramids here and the way that they used to like all work together to like generate electricity and to like connect to beings beyond, right? This stepping into your higher self is going to allow this pyramid to, what is the word? I almost want to use like a transmuter, like a beacon, like a what is the word here? Antenna of sorts? Something like that. Wow, this is turning out so beautifully. Wow. I'm like trying to figure out where to set these up. I don't have a... Obviously I don't plan these things, right? Cooler than the flip side of my pillow at night. Okay, anyways, well, we'll get back to that later. Oh, I'm also seeing, right, calling. You're also calling help from your ancestors in the spirit realm, right? In addition to this judgment, it's not just a rebirth of yourself. It is taking those the gifts and everything that they worked for and making something new and doing something different with them. Okay. Okay, the Divine Masters is standing out. And I think we'll do this as one last card, and then we will call it done. Honey Pie, what's your deal today? What is your deal today? Okay. You are not alone. Saint Germain, the Violet Flame. Alchemy. Release the old, make way for the new. Which is exactly what's happening, right? Releasing the old, letting those old versions of ourselves fall away, making way for the new. Making way for our higher self to pour into our cup. Being reborn, new versions of ourselves. Calling in our helpers from the subtle realm. Calling them in and saying, hey, what is it that you learned? What is it that I am supposed to alchemize here, right? What am I supposed to use this power for? What am I supposed to use this just abundance of energy that I have? What am I supposed to do with it? How can I best serve the whole? You know, everything that they worked for, everything that's been ingrained in your DNA, and everything going forwards. I'm actually like a little bit irritated that this isn't. That I don't have a place or a way to do this and make it look nice and let you see them. Maybe just one more. Everything falls. In the Lemurians, clairvoyance activated. Psychic awareness and sensitivity. Trust your intuition. Clairvoyance activated. You really aren't alone. When you have that, you'll be able to connect to your higher self, to your spirit guides, to your ancestors, and to call in your soul family. You really aren't alone. And with that psychic awareness, you might also be able to just like be aware that even when you are alone, you're not alone, right? This is turning out. Please stop. Hey, please stop. This is turning out a little choppy. I'm turning out a little frustrated. This has just been a really difficult time for me. I know. So, I hope this message helps someone in some way.